It's 7:30. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Item 1 on the agenda is to elect the town mayor for the municipal year 2022-2023. Do we have any nominations? Thank you.
I propose the vice mayor, deputy mayor of the Northern Santa Clara to be mayor for next year.
Do we have a seconder?
Should
Oh, I'm
not you.
I apologize. I am the second. I apologize.
Okay.
Do we have any nominations? Councillor Newmark.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm proud to nominate my colleague, Councillor Prabhakar Carter, as Mayor of the town.
Do we have a seconder?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to second that nomination.
Thank you. Does anyone wish to speak? Councillor.
I propose Sandra Parnell because she carries out her duties with dignity and ensures that she's there on time. She is well able to make this town proud, so I'm proud to nominate her for the next, to be mayor this year.
Thank you. Would anyone else like?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm particularly proud to be nominating Councillor Carter. That's in no way to detract from the many wonderful years of service that Councillor Parnell has given to this town, and it's not to detract from her experience. In fact, that's part of the point, because she's done it before, at least once, if not more. And my view, and the view of my colleagues on this side of the chamber, is that civic appointments, the senior civic appointments in this town, must reflect the diversity of this town. They shouldn't simply be the domain of one political party. And it is a matter of concern that during the period of this administration, not once have they opened up a single civic post to anybody who is not a Conservative. They tell us time after time that party politics shouldn't come into the town council. They certainly talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. Councillor Carter, after all, is an excellent candidate. He's now entering his 4th year as a town council. He is a fantastic example of everything that community leadership is all about. He's a leader in his own community, the former president of the Telco organisation for Indians in the UK, the current president of the UK Indian Language Forum, a regular commentator on community affairs, his master's degree. He's the former head of a bank, which is quite rare for a lady councillor, as I'm sure some of you appreciate. So, civic posts need to be diverse. They shouldn't be the domain of one party. There is an excellent candidate from a black minority and ethnic group on this side of the chamber. This is the year to demonstrate diversity. This is the year to stand up against the division that some people in local politics are injecting into this town right now. This is the year, colleagues on both sides of the chamber, that we should be electing Councillor Prabhakar Carter as mayor of this wonderful town.
Thank you. Anyone like to speak on behalf of Councillor Parnell? We've spoken, absolutely. We now come to the vote. Those in favour of Councillor Carter as mayor, please show.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in favour of councillor Carter.
Thank you. Those in favour, councillor Parnell, please show.
That's 7 in favour, so councillor Parnell is duly elected.
Councillor Parnell. We're now going to receive the incoming mayor's declaration.
I, Sam Cornell, have been elected to the office of Mayor of Ellsbury Ward Town Council. Declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly, faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the code as to the conduct which is expected of members of Ellsbury Ward Town Council. Thank you. To receive the outgoing mayor's announcement.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome again. It has been an overwhelming honour to serve Ellsbury and Broadwood residents through the past year, a year which has brought illness and sadness to many people, but has also shown great generosity and public service. I thank all of you who have given so much of yourselves to help others, supplying much needed food and goods, and of course the incredible vaccination programme, which undoubtedly has saved many lives. We do, of course, owe an incalculable debt to the NHS and all key workers for their magnificent work during the pandemic. I feel especially honoured to meet the Ukrainian refugees who are here with us in Boreham Wood. I wanted to assure them that they are very welcome in our town and that we will do everything we can locally to support them in their time of need. I thank you all for the support you have given me throughout the year, and in particular the Deputy Mayor and other councillors who stood in for me when I wasn't free to attend events. I wholeheartedly thank our Town Clerk Hugh Jones and all the other Town Council officers who have worked so diligently to ensure that the Town Council runs so smoothly. I wish our new Mayor every success in her endeavours in the coming year.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm now. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for the honour of being chosen to be Mayor of Ellsbury and Broadwood Town Council for 22-23. I'm really looking forward to exciting things that are coming up in my mayoral year, starting with the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations and continuing with our town festival. And many, many more things happening throughout the year. My thanks go to Councillors Farida Turner for her excellent year as Mayor. Thanks to Hugh Jones, our clerk, who is diligent diligent with us. He puts us on the right path, all of us. Tracy Moulton, Deputy Clerk, and I'm going to mention everyone, so you have to bear with me. Dan Salton, Entertainment Officer, Jenny Simons, the Mayor's Secretary, and many other things, and Neil and Paul are all supervisors. If I've got your titles wrong, please forgive me. And also my colleagues for all their hard work. My thanks to my colleagues on my left. We do get on when not talking about politics. Well, that's the start. With all of you. So it's a start. I would also like to give a special thanks to my very dear family, some who have travelled from Israel and Gerrard's Cross. And of course, my friends here this evening who have come to support me throughout our friendship. To all of you here this evening, my sincere thanks. I'm blessed to have you all. Okay, two on the agenda. Deputy Town Mayor. To elect a Deputy Town Mayor for the new municipal year 2022-23. And nominations, please.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to nominate Councillor Chalice.
Councillor Chalice. Okay.
May I second that? May I second that nomination?
Okay, thank you. Have we nomination for Councillor Ruda?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to nominate Councillor Hutchins, and I also like to say that it's a pleasure to be able to have the mayor making in person again after 2 years of lockdown. And let's hope that in the future we only have in-person mayor making.
Thank you. And second up?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to second that.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Councillor Penny. Okay, yeah, okay. Any speeches, Richard or Michelle?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councillor Chalice was elected in 2014 to Barnet Council. In 2014, she was 19 and the youngest elected councillor that year. Since the time that Rebecca has been a councillor, she studied for a master's degree, become a mother, and gone on to become a teacher. She became a borough councillor in 2018 and a town councillor in 2019. I knew what better deputy could we have than a young person with the ability to engage with our youth. Our newly elected mayor, Sandra Parnell, Councillor Sandra Parnell, has a wealth of knowledge. Councillor Parnell and Councillor Chalice would most certainly make a dynamic duo. In the year of the Platinum Jubilee, I could think of no better partnership.
Thank you very much, Councillor Penny.
So Councillor Hutchins is extremely involved in many aspects of our town, with Rotary, the museum, and other organisations. His contribution to life in this town is unparalleled. He has a wealth of experience also as a councillor on the council. He was in me, I think it was 11 and 12 years ago. He also has a master's degree. He's highly intelligent, highly articulate, and I think he'll be an excellent deputy mayor.
Thank you very much, Councillor Rudner. Can we have a vote then? Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay. You always make me laugh. Okay, I will, okay. Okay, so we have a vote, so those in favour of Councillor Chalice? And those in favour of Councillor Clive Hutchins, please? Yeah. So, sorry, yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I, Clive Hutchins, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of Elstree and Bournemouth Town Council, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the code as to the conduct which is expected of members of Elstree and Bournemouth Town Council. Oh, I've got to sign. Yes, so thank you very much for electing me. I just want to reassure you that although I will have no doubt a few duties as Deputy Mayor, I will continue to do my other work to my utmost ability and best I can for the area. Thank you.
Okay. We now come on to apologies.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, members are asked to receive and approve apologies for absence this evening. Apologies have been received from Councillor Alfred Collins, who is abroad in London.
Thank you very much. Declarations of interest. Receive declarations of interest from councillors on items on the agenda. Councillor Dumont.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and just before making my declaration, may I congratulate you on your ascension to office. I would like to declare an interest in item 12, nomination of honorary 3 men and 3 women. It emanates from my role as borough councillor. Obviously, that item is under discussion in a closed session to the meeting under Part 2 of the Local Government Act, and I will expand upon the reasons for my declaration in Part 2.
Okay, thank you very much, Councillor Dumont. Received written requests for dispensations to declarable interest. Done it? Yeah, done it. Want any requests for dispensation for all done? Minutes. To approve and adopt the minutes of the meeting of the council held on the 23rd of March. Agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you. Number 6 on the agenda, general power of competence. To resolve to adopt general power of competence for 22-23. Number 7, committee appointments. To appoint members to serve on standing committees and advisory committees. Appointments as required as follows. They will all be the need
So yeah, through you, Madam Mayor. Happy the Labour Group nominations board would stay the same, with the only difference being within the International Affairs Subcommittee, where myself and you have had a communication, and I'll leave you to fill the blanks. Through you, Madam Mayor, just for completeness, the only other change, of course, will be to the Entertainment Committee, where there are 2 ex officio posts, i.e. the Mayor and Deputy Mayor. So the Entertainment Committee would now be Councillor Strack, Eddie, Parnell, Butchins, Rubner, Lawrence, Challis and Kazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So everything is. Yes, I do. Well, I've met with Councillor Newmark, and I've met with Councillor Newmark, and we had a discussion that we wanted to start the International Committee up again. We are going to, it's happening on the 17th of May. I've spoken to Councillor Butler, and he has agreed to join us, and I've spoken to Councillor Simon Rupert, and he's joining us. And for the time being, there's just 4 of us just to get started, and then we can actually do what we want at a later date, but we need to get started somehow. Okay, thank you very much.
So for completeness, Madam Mayor, then the International Affairs Subcommittee is currently subject to change. Councillors Parnell, Newmark, Butchins, Butler and Rubner. Not that. Just point of clarification, please. Yeah, on that committee, can I ask who will be chairing it?
Well, I started chairing it, because I called the meeting. So we'll decide when we're, so let's decide. At the moment, we don't know.
Well, may I make a suggestion then that we did, or maybe we deal with that order of business just to see what we get it done, because actually if we go to have that meeting, we're not going to have a chair, because there's going to be a split between the Labour group and the Conservative group, 2 each. So actually, if we do it tonight, you have the numbers and trying to give you a knowledge branch here, so we can actually appoint the chairperson to that meeting.
Okay,
But I will be nominating Councillor Newmark.
okay, yes, I understand that, Richard, I am quite aware of you. Okay, so I would like to chair the.
I would like to nominate Councillor Parnell to chair that meeting.
Seconder? I'm happy to say that. Thank you. Can you take a vote? Yes. Jeremy?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Whilst I'm very much honoured to receive my group leader's nomination under the circumstances, and on the understanding that part of the reason for reconstituting this committee is to formalise the end of the China Sister Town arrangements and to look forward to developing a new international relationship with a partner that will bring economic and cultural benefits and exchanges to the area. I'm very happy to serve on this committee under your excellent leadership. So I decline the nomination.
Thank you very much, Councillor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That wasted about 5 minutes. Yeah, that's fine.
That's what she said.
Cool.
Thank you. You've never made me speechless before, Councillor Mark. You have now.
I'm just pleased to acknowledge the China episode is over.
Well, actually, you mentioned the China episode when we met, but that was a sneaky
Let's
little,
move on,
that was
let's
a
move on.
sneaky little remark, Jeremy. And I noted it. Yeah. Okay, outside bodies. To appoint members to serve on outside bodies as follows. I think you're all going to be the same,
Yeah,
yes?
okay, so you, Madam Mayor. Yeah, there will be an amendment later on. At some point, I will be changing the Labour nominee to the Twin Town Association. As of yet, I'll fill that in. If
But
it's
that's
okay.
okay. so it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay to
That's
type it in. I will
okay.
change that to the next full council.
Yeah.
Thank you. So through you, Madam Mayor, just for completeness, the outside bodies for 2022-23 municipal year will be councillors Vince and Rubner on the Leading Acre Kid Local Advisory Panel, councillor Alfred Collins on the Museum Group, councillor Vince on the Twin Town Association, subject to councillor Butler's respect, councillor Parnell and Butler on the Elstree Bournemouth District Community Association, councillor Emmy on Medhap, councillor Strack on Osmond Country Park, councillor Chalice on Maxwell Park Management Group, and on the First Impressions Group, councillors Parnell and Collins.
Thank you very much. Okay, we've now come to 9 on the agenda, freedom of information request. Yes, you can. I'll just read it out first. Council is asked to know the receipt of a request under the Freedom of Information Act relating to the Free Woman Awards will be happening the full council at the 15th of June 2022 meeting, or when confidential process of selection has been completed, following advice from the monitoring officer at the Arsenal Borough Council.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I hope that's self-explanatory for members and for those attending. The council's taken legal advice about this issue because it was sort of split between the council's policy and a very good policy of being open and transparent with all freedom of information requests. But when those requests themselves reveal information which is subject to a confidential procedure which hasn't been completed, then it was understood by the monitoring officer that we should wait for that procedure to be completed first. But I ask that you note that this evening for full transparency.
Thank you very much. 10 on the agenda, Mayor's Annual Report 21-22, to adopt Mayor's Annual Report 21-22 in this attached. But this is going to be in the town fire, so we'll be able to read it in the town fire. Eleven, public participation, question time. 15 minutes of the meeting will be given over to questions from members of the public relating to town council business. A note on public questions, where no clear and concise answer can be provided on the evening to any particular question raised, the member of the public will be notified that he or she will be provided with a written response within 5 working days of the meeting, answering the query in full or clearly stating what, if any, action the council is undertaking. In some instances, it may be necessary to obtain advice from answering questions or to refer matters to the committee of the council with the pertinent terms of reference. Do we have any questions? Oh, okay.
You said it all, Madam Mayor.
I've said it all, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, exclusion to the press and public, we have to prepare to move the following resolution. Under the Public Bodies Admission to Meetings Act 1960, more or less 1, 2 in brackets, the press and public be excluded from the meeting whilst matters pertaining to individual nominations or civic awards are discussed. We are actually going to go to the meeting room upstairs. We're going to not ask you to leave. We're going to leave for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, it might be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, we have to run. So, refreshments.